And then, we of course have the Freddy Krueger reboot, where they CG'd his face! He looked like, I don't know, an extra from We Were Soldiers from the Mel Gibson classic! Burn victim! He didn't look like a burn victim, he looked like a cheap Halloween Santa mask! Awful!
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched the Movie. I'm Mike. He's Jay.
Hi.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the reboot, the last goddamn Freddy Krueger movie we're gonna fucking do until they release a new one.
At the fucking summit right now. This is the last one.
I've been to the top of the mountain, and it is good. It's not good.
They cast Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy Krueger. We know him as Rorschach. He'll look up in the skies and say, "Save us," and I'll say, "No." Jackie Earle Haley is Freddy Krueger. Now, the first thing I want to say about the Freddy Krueger redesign on this is, look, I don't want to get, I feel like I'm in fucking Tango and Cash. Like, I don't want to be mad. It's like, don't, seriously. It's like, well, this fucking sucks. Yeah, look, oh my god, guys. Like, you go with the fucking burn victim face, the CGI shit on his face. Like, it's just not happening. He looks like a puppeteer from fucking Eureka's Castle or Sesame Street. I just don't like the way his face looks. He looks terrible.
That's the thing, dude. Like,
I don't like the remake.
There is good points to the movie. And well, here's the whole thing. Like,
I don't like it.
Michael Bay and Platinum Dunes, they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Friday
they did
the
the Friday the 13th. And they did the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, props to them that they were trying to bring something back. I mean, that's about it.
It was this weird time period, which I was thinking about this when I was watching this. You know what would be badass? If they released like a Blu-ray, like one of those 4-cut Blu-rays of just the Platinum Dunes remakes. Of
that'd be
classics. Like, that'd be fun. The overall like summit of this fucking movie is the fact that there are good moments in it. There's cool Freddy shit in this movie. But the fact of the matter is that Jackie Earle Haley does his best as Krueger. He looks like shit, and the CGI looks like shit, and those two things alone crash the whole fucking movie.
Let me say for a fact that I think it's great that they were trying to bring this movie back to the forefront. I mean, it's really hard.
Supposed to restart it.
Yeah, it was hard to do. I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, Friday the 13th, they went more in line with a survivalist that lives off the land, and he was a big dude that just kind of has tunnels under the ground, and fuck you, Marty.
Right, tunnels.
Oh my god.
Tunnels.
It took me forever to dig that bitch. But in this one, it's pretty much a rehash of the first one. I mean, really. The only difference with this is they do explore, to their credit, and their balls, the more pedophilic nature of Freddy Krueger to kind of make him nasty again.
But I hate that.
Yeah, but
I don't hold it against the movie,
but they want to make Freddy Krueger. They want you to understand that Freddy Krueger was a pedophile. He was not like an MTV icon, even though that's what people remember. He was a disgusting character, and I think that in their minds, they're like, this will make him more terrifying and more disgusting to people, where they're going to be like, wow, I can't cheer for him because he's fucking disgusting, but at the same time, it's Freddy fucking Krueger, and I haven't seen him.
That's what they want to do. Like, had the movie worked, and had it spawned sequels, and had it been this great thing, they would... They went for it. They did go for making Freddy actually scary and frightening again.
And that's what they were going with in this version of their Freddy Krueger. And, I mean, as far as the plot goes, it's pretty much similar to the original plot. A group of kids are having these nightmares about this guy that's got a bladed glove that wants to kill them, and through exploration and discovering things, they find out that their parents hid all this shit from them, and they all actually went to preschool together, and during preschool, Freddy took them to a secret cave because he was a janitor that worked at the preschool and molested them and did shit like that. But
they went deeper.
They did go deep with it, but they didn't. Okay, so in this one, you didn't showcase the molestation, but it was a lot more apparent that it was happening more than any of the nightmares before.
And you've got this dude. It starts out in a diner with this dude who's, I believe, Kellen Lutz's character.
Oh my god, my favorite actor from fucking Twilight. Tell me the truth.
Let me tell you this. And
from Hercules.
Let's talk about this right now. This is one of those movies that fucks with you. The first time I watched this, I hadn't seen a Freddy movie in a couple of years. I hadn't rewatched them. The first time you watch this movie in theaters,
you're in love with it.
like, you watch it and it's the first time you see Freddy in a while and you fucking like it.
Well,
it fucks. Halloween 2 did this to me. Halloween 2, no, dude, I
couldn't do it.
You didn't see it in theaters, though.
I know, but I wouldn't have done it anyway.
You would have, dude. When I walked out of Halloween 2, the whole crowd of group of people I was with was like, that was fucking garbage. And I was like, I don't know, it was so weird that it worked for me and I loved it. The second time I brought my wife to see it, I was like, this is crazy, it's weird, it's out there, you gotta see it. And I watched it and I went, what the fuck was I thinking? That's this movie.
But either way, I liked it a lot when I first watched it. I mean, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, especially with guys like us and guys like you that grew up with the Nightmare, the series, and you watched these as you were a kid or when you grew up, to see Freddy Krueger on screen again in any form or fashion is fucking amazing. And you're like, holy shit, this is happening. This is fucking going down. I've never done cocaine. And
they tried to make him scary.
Yeah, they did. But when you go back and you watch it as an adult, or you get to watch it a second or third or fourth or fifth time, and you're like, yeah, they really cheapened on a lot of effects. They cheapened on plot lines. They went straight to certain parts that they thought were going to be great, and they left out all sorts of subplots, and they just left out a good story.
There's two reasons to me why this movie doesn't work at all on any fucking level, and it fails flat on its fucking face, and it's embarrassing. And number one is the look. Like, Jackie Earle Haley can only do what he can do. Like, this is the first movie, and it's crazy because the whole lore behind this, all the stuff that Freddy means in Nightmare on Elm Street, this is the first time that you actually...
definitive version.
Fucking James Bond didn't do it. They did it way earlier. Fucking Jason, Michael Myers. This is in 2010. This is the first time that you're trying to actually replace the original actor who played Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund. And they bring in Jackie Earle Haley, and he did his best. Like,
he really did. He tried his best, yeah.
His voice and the lines and the way that they were delivered actually worked. Like, there's a scene where he's got the kid in the boiler room, and he's like, no, if the human body dies after 8 minutes...
The heart stops.
Yeah,
and then you got
that means
7 more minutes.
7 minutes to play.
That was fucking... That was amazing. It wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. I mean, the fact that even the scenes they shot him, like, in the grocery store, and him, like, coming in and out of the dream, hunting Nancy, those were badass scenes. I think what you're going with...
He did a great job.
It wasn't... But they let him down in the production, and they let him down in the practical effects and the makeup, because they were going for that real burn victim look. And he looked like a horse. He looked like a fucking alien from Mars.
He looked like a burnt horse. That's the whole problem.
I mean, he's like, I'm gonna slice ya!
They're trying to reboot this movie, right? So they're trying to do the whole Freddy through the wall. They're trying to redo. They're trying to redo the Tina on the wall scene. They're trying to redo.
Too much CGI, George Lucas.
And they went lazy. Like, the reason these scenes worked so well is because Wes Craven and the crew, they took their time and they put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. They had a low budget. They made these scenes what they were. This fucking movie was lazy as shit. Yeah. They took the special effects and the CGI and they tried to throw all the blood and all the gore. They tried to throw it all in post with this bullshit CGI, and it sucked. And most of all, what sucked worse about anything is that they shit on Jackie Earle Haley's performance.
Yeah,
because he did a great job. But they shit on it because his look, he looked like a burnt squirrel. He looked like a burnt fucking squirrel. Like, I know that they were looking. I get what they were trying to go for. They were trying to go for a legit burn victim.
I don't care.
But instead, he was just like, I want to touch beans.
His voice is fine, like his dark, deep voice.
He did a good job.
But when they go into certain aspects of him, like trying to, in a way, and I don't know if they were going for this, but in a way, it felt like, and maybe it was because I'm reading too much. He was manipulating the adult children now to feel bad for him. You know, like, look what they did to me. Freddy Krueger had no apologies. The real Freddy Krueger never apologized for anything and never made anybody feel bad for him about anything. He was just what he was, and he had no sympathy. He was a dark, demonic character that Wes Craven created in the first one. And if you watch that documentary, we've mentioned this a few times. He says, Wes Craven, that he got his kicks off scaring little kids. He didn't give a fuck if you felt bad for him. He wanted you to feel fear, and in some way it made him feel happy that you were scared. But in this one, they made him feel more, or they were trying to make him more sympathetic to the children. There was even a scene when Flash, but not Flash from Smallville, Hot Topics boy, is trying to go to his dad.
Oh,
and he was like, you killed an innocent man. We were kids. We would have said anything. Fuck you, you fucking non-Flash. Like, it just looks stupid. Like, dude.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, they tried to make this, like, they actually went that avenue where the main two characters of the movie actually thought that, oh, actually he didn't touch us and you guys killed the wrong guy. Like, why even go there? That is not Freddy. And I don't know, and this is the question of the day. We'll get to it now. Can there possibly ever be a good
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Could there possibly ever be a good Nightmare on Elm Street movie if it's not Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger?
Yes, I think there could be.
I think Jackie Earle Haley could have played Freddy, but the problem is that the makeup was off. It looked like shit. They went the wrong direction. And no matter what you do with this movie, no matter how legit you make it, no matter how scary the movie is, if Freddy doesn't fucking look right, if he doesn't sound right, it's gonna suck. And that's what this movie was. This movie had great moments. It had good ideas. There's a whole idea with the micro naps, where like you're awake for so long that you actually can't help it. You go into micro naps.
That was
cool idea.
They were smart ideas.
Adderall, injecting Adderall, even though they called it something different into the storyline, was a cool idea. No, they called it something different. But and you know, Rooney Mara she was great.
She was a good Nancy. She was good Nancy.
Like, you didn't know who she was at that point, but she's a great actress now, and she was great in this movie. Like, Rooney Mara being Nancy was a great fucking fit.
She was an amazing Nancy.
The entire movie as a whole was casted really well. Yeah. Her mom being Connie Britton, great casting. Like, and no one's gonna say that, but there's the opening kill was great. The dude in the diner when he slashes his fucking throat,
that was great.
Real deep.
I love that. Yeah,
that looked good.
That's scary. Oh my god, the Tina recreation death scene was fucking terrible. It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that one because they did it better in fucking New Nightmare than they did at all in this one.
The fake blood.
Yeah.
The end scene, Connie Britton getting the fucking nails through her eyes. If they'd have just done,
I did like the mirror. I did like the mirror scene.
I did too. If they would have just done that shit with practical effects, it would have looked great.
So I'm gonna give this movie myself. I'm gonna give this movie a 4.5. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. I think that it had opportunity to be an amazing movie. I thought that they tried to do something great, but really, when you look at it, when you see it as a full-on tapestry, when you're trying to look at it as a new entry into a Nightmare series, especially if you're looking at it as a reboot, as a rebirth, as a new blood, trying to bring it back to to the 21st century, it just fails in every fucking possible way.
Do you guys want to see them reboot off of this one, make a sequel to this, or reboot
I'd rather reboot the whole fucking
Comment down below, let us know. We love your fucking faces, and if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn whale opinion.
Oh fuck, it's not a dream, Nancy. Subscribe, you fucking bitch.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We